Praise Yah, welcome to the channel. Whether you compose or you sample, mainly, I hope that your mind isn't too shut and that you're too stubborn because you own an MPC. And it's great for both of those things, so why not put them together? You can chop samples up on the pads, play keys down here. So any MPC is really ideal for this. You just gotta find the key that your sample's in and put your MPC in the right scale, the right key. You could do it from pad perform, but with the MPC Key 37, once again, I wanna look at keyboard control. I got a video dedicated to that on how to learn new scales. If you want to check it out, put that card up here. I want to find a sample, chop it up, sequence it, figure out what the key is, what scale it is, and then go find that in keyboard control and start laying some parts over it. It's really simple. You don't got to be like a music theory genius or a keyboard player. I'm not, so I'm just gonna show you a quick little process of laying down like a bass line and trying to find some chords that'll fit the sample. So let's take a look at that. All right, I got this sample here, this cool little guitar I found on Splice. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay this down just as is like a loop, but I always chop it just so that I have freedom to arrange my beat later because I have it in little pieces, right? So let me just do this real quick. So now I need to find the key, the scale that my sample is in. So in order to do that, I'll press the edit button and I'll go over to samples and look here at the key. So it says F and minor. So from there we can exit. I'm gonna move over to a piano track. All right, so now that I'm on my piano track, to help me figure out the scale and figure out some keys that fit along with my sample, I'll go ahead and click keyboard control. And since I know that the sample now has been detected as F minor, I'll just go down here to the scale filter, change this to an F, and then change the scale. We'll go with natural minor and then just mess around. Then I'll look over here at the filter input and change that to filter to scale. So that will remove any of the notes that aren't in the scale. When I press the key, it will not trigger any sound. All right, so I can now exit there and just go ahead and play along with it. So figuring out the scale from here, I'll usually just go over and play a bass line. Go down an octave, maybe two. What's cool about this, when you have the scale filter, when you play a key that is not in the scale and you're sequencing, it will not record that. So let me show you. See that? So that key is not in the scale, didn't record. So it makes it real easy to stay in key along with your sample. Very useful tool. All right, so I'll go ahead and record this bass line. This has always been kind of the harder part for me, is grabbing a sample and then trying to play chords over it. But since I'm in this scale, there's no chance of me playing outside of the scale because those notes have been filtered out. I can start building some chords and I'll just use like the common equation for building a chord, the 1, 3, 5, and maybe add a 7th. I talked about this in another video that I'll put a card up on the screen for. So just messing around with that. And then looking at my bass line, right, so I'm in F minor, right? F natural minor. So I'm gonna use that first position chord. And that's how I built it, using a 1-3-5. So we count the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. I feel like that sounds pretty good. Something like that. All right, so when I'm playing keys, I like to rely on my own timing. Just turn off the timing correct there. That's like one chord I added on there. I just went with what felt good, you know, at the moment. But this is still kind of a level up kind of thing, using keyboard control to help me do that, because I've never been able to just do it by ear very well, just playing chords to a sample. In the past, what I've always done is I'll take a sample and then I'll play like a lead part over it, which is pretty easy to do for me by ear, even without keyboard control. But keyboard control in this scenario, I think, is cool because it tells me all the keys. It tells me what scale I'm in, while using the key detect, and then putting it in the scale. It'll tell me all the keys that are in there, so I can build those chords, because I know the basic principle of building a chord. You know, 1, 3, 5, first note, third note, fifth note of the key scale go into building a triad. So a little theory will take you a long way, and I'm just kind of touching the surface of this. I'm not an expert by any means, just kind of wanted to demonstrate that what we have at our fingertips here with the MPC Key 37, just about any MPC. I also have a video doing a similar process using an MPC Live with pad perform. So if you have one of those and you want to look into doing something similar but with the pads, go check out that video. I'll leave it in the description. If you found some value in the video, please do give it a thumbs up. It's the best way, absolutely free way of supporting the channel. And I do have a question for y'all. Do y'all mostly sample, mostly play keys? How do you feel about either or? I mean, if you're in hip hop, you can't really be putting down sampling, because it's an integral part of the tradition of hip hop. So I love doing both, and putting them together has always been part of my process. So I want to hear what your process is like, and I appreciate y'all. Till next time, keep on running with your dreams. Y'all bless. Peace.